You said 904? Okay. 903?
But normally go with a later time. But figure if she's only got until 9:30, she might get here earlier. Doubtful, but it's possible.
Gotcha. Fuck. Why does that keep coming up? It says connect video source. I already did.
Sure.
All right. What up? What up?
What's up?
We don't do this anymore, do we?
Do what?
This like show thing.
We don't do this
morning
anymore?
podcast. No, it's hardly ever.
We don't do it like as often as we used to.
No, I'm literally.
Things evolve. It happens.
I'm literally looking to shit can it. I'm not kidding.
I know you're not
looking
kidding.
to kill this thing in the morning because it's like, why? Why do we do this?
What about the sponsors?
Oh, I have other things in line for now. I'm not worried about the sponsors.
Okay.
I'm just worried about, like people don't participate. It's like, why? Why do we bust our ass to get in here?
Yeah.
To try to talk about local events if
Yeah.
nobody's listening to the show. So it's like, or the same 5 people, which are great,
Yeah. We'd have to look at we need a spreadsheet. We'd have to look at the data and the attendance.
Oh, I look at it all the time.
Spreadsheet Sally over here.
But if you put it in a spreadsheet, then you can like filter it and look in certain days, and you can actually like break it all down and
break it down.
Like you can even break down into 15-minute segments and see like if there's like more people during
Well, here's the thing: we go ahead and we pop it on, right?
Yep.
And then we share it to a couple of groups.
Yep.
I've urged people time and time again, please share it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, I don't know. It's not like it's anything new. People know it's out there.
Yeah, very true. And you know what else?
But it might not be. That's the thing.
You know
what happened to your show? Well, where were you? You don't listen to it. Okay,
hello.
And you know how you've always said, like people just scroll, and if it doesn't come up, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah, which is, I think we all know that to be true.
But what I think is happening too, I've noticed, I know on my feeds on certain social medias, people that I used to see all the time, I don't see anymore. And like the algorithms have changed, and then I go and like remember, I haven't seen this. Right,
I got the same thing. Right?
Yeah, and then I go and like look for them specifically, and they're still there, and they're complaining about, hey, I'm not showing up on people's feeds. So, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
So, as far as anything local or anything, I guess it was an accident in
Yes.
Mystic.
Oh, Mystic.
Yeah,
Yes.
wait, there was another one, which I'll talk about in a second.
Well, there
when
was
you
even
posted,
another one the same night as the Mystic one that wasn't anywhere, and it sounded like that was just as bad, but there was no news on it anywhere. And that one was in
Yeah.
the slime on the highway.
but you know what? I hate. I absolutely hate is that
Flies.
first of all,
One
flies,
lousy fly, right?
right? And I think this actually does something. Worse is this does not inform people.
Mhm.
You know, when if you said something like there was a terrible accident, there was some unfortunate things that, maybe there was a whatever. Let's pray for the families or wish, send a positive. But when you start putting out little bits and pieces of information, like, they had ties to this and they're not, all that does is makes people wonder,
For, like,
oh my God, who is it?
Right,
Who is
I
it?
know.
Don't do that shit.
I know. But yeah, and I think
If you
all
know-
the information, stay quiet.
right. And I think people have best intentions when they do things like that, but they don't want to be
The one
Giving-
that just like opens that whole
right.
thing.
They don't want to be giving out information
Right.
that it's not up to them to give out. It's up to
Yeah.
the families or whoever who are involved in it. So, I mean, I get it. It's with the best intentions, but yeah, then you're left wondering like,
Right.
oh my God.
But
Cause
then why do it though?
I know.
Listen, I'm not for outing things, but people walk around like, who is it?
right. What's going on? I know.
Pull the microphone
It's sad. It's
Yeah, don't say anything about it. It's like,
Just let it go.
Don't say, well, I know who they were, but I'm not saying. And it's like, shut up.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, what are you trying to do? It's like, hey, everybody, look at me. I know shit,
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess that's.
but I'm
what
not telling you.
I've never thought of it that way, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's. I think some of it's just kind of, if you're impacted, that's maybe just a way of maybe getting it off of your chest.
Yeah.
Rather than not so much a look, I know but you don't kind of thing, but more of a you were
Private
impacted.
Message me, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, no, not even that. Just like more of a like, oh my God, it's impacting me, and kind of just to get it off their chest a little bit.
Yeah.
More of a therapeutic thing. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
do that with your family.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing it out there in a post. Why?
Yeah.
All you're gonna do, because look at the algorithms, right?
Mm-hmm.
People start looking at it, it's going to go to more and more and more
Right,
people,
right,
and then
yeah.
more people will see. Oh my God, what
What's
are they
going
talking
on, what's
about?
going on,
Oh,
yeah.
there was an accident. Oh, who
So-
died? I gotta know.
So
No, you don't.
many of those, and not just posts, but comments. Also, I mean, it was just so much, and I got to a point where there was so much about it, but like you said, without actual information,
Is that-
Yeah.
I just kept scrolling.
No,
this
we haven't
one-
gotten there yet.
No,
Oh,
this
okay.
one was in Mystic.
Okay.
But I just kept scrolling. I'm like, I don't want to know
Mm.
anything more about it
Listen,
until
when
there's
it's out there. If
right.
It's not out there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I have not seen any kind of press release, and I'm going to look again right now.
I mean, if you're one of those like sleuthy people, you could go through the comments and kind of piece it all together if you really have that kind of time on your hands and figure out what's going on. But
Listen, if your phone
I mean,
didn't
why
ring
is it
telling
worth
your
it?
family
Right.
member got
There
in
you
an
go.
accident,
right,
There you go.
exactly.
What's
If-
your deep
Exactly.
concern?
yeah,
And
if you know, you're going to know. You're going to find out if it's a family member and you need to know.
Yep.
Right.
If not, it's want to know.
Or if it was a friend, I mean, if somebody called you up and said, hey, Kathy got into an accident last night. I mean,
Yeah.
you're good to know. I mean, would I put it out there? No. I mean, that's not my place. If it was family, it'd be one thing. But
Right.
I think the other piece of all this too is in the time of technology overload, we're so used to just having information at our fingertips at all times, no matter what it is,
Mhm.
that when you
Yeah.
don't get it, you get frustrated by it
Right.
because you don't, even though it doesn't pertain to you or really you don't need to know
it should be there.
it. Right. Like, but I want to know what it is. What's, and I
Right,
think
right.
that's another piece of all this too.
So whatever it is, I mean, and whoever it is, it's sad.
Yeah.
What was the gist of the accident? Any details on that, or
What's that?
the one
The,
in Mystic?
so it was just a vehicle with
Car.
four, like, I can't remember what kind, like maybe an SUV type of. I think they said it was a RAV.
Oh, is it like 2 cars? Or
No, just a single car.
Okay.
And it when it was traveling down some road,
It's
crossed
Fishtown Road
crossed
in Mystic.
the road, went across the wrong side, hit a tree.
Oh.
There were 4 people in it. They were all I saw was they were all under the age of 21. And then of course you started seeing like the different types of posts going out, and it sounded like
Right.
sounded like some of them may have been linked to Groton Public Schools, but I think there was a letter from the superintendent that they were not current students of Groton Public Schools, but
Former.
linked, but yeah, maybe former or
Right.
I don't know. And then I saw
We don't know.
And then I
We
saw
don't know.
GoFundMe, and it looked like 2 of the people that were in the car were brothers. I don't know ages or anything, but it looks like there was a GoFundMe that one had not survived and one was still in bad condition. And that was all I saw. And then I kept scrolling after that. I didn't want to know. But it's sad.
Hey.
The whole thing. Just very sad.
Yeah, well,
And then
noticed.
and then the one last night. I personally I heard sirens, and usually when you can hear sirens and it's not Rich's or any of the kids' pagers going off, it's usually
Yeah.
Lisbon. You can actually hear Lisbon sirens if the wind is just right and it's at late at night. So I heard that, and there's an app called Discord that you can go on and see every
Right.
single call that goes out for everybody. So I looked and I saw that there was an accident in Lisbon. That dark section, like between that cemetery on Route 12, between the cemetery and like McDonald's,
yeah,
it's
it was
kind
by
of a
Lee
darker,
Road, right?
yeah.
Yep.
And I guess there was a pedestrian that was hit by a truck.
Goodness.
Is all I know. And so anybody who's interested in that kind of stuff, there's a scanner app. You can go on and listen to the scanner traffic. And it goes, you can listen to everything else that's going on, not just any one particular call, but all the calls that are happening at the same time in other towns as well. But
So speaking to the actual doing of the show,
yep,
Cheryl, your wife, says maybe do it 2-3 days a week.
we do.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it any days a week.
Yeah, I
don't
think that's what we do, because we
Yeah.
don't do Wednesdays anymore, and we do like every other
it's
Friday.
to begin with, right?
So we're kind of
Yeah.
down to
you only
that.
got 3 full-time days.
right.
anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like today, nothing tomorrow. So
Right.
it's going to
And
be
yesterday was a holiday.
yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
tomorrow and
it's
Thursday.
obviously.
So today and Thursday. That's it.
Yeah.
So if I continue this, it's going to be Psychic Thursday because that's the only thing that people watch for because they want their free psychic reading.
Yeah, right.
But I
About
wonder.
But you messed them up last week doing it on Friday.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if maybe going down to the 2 or 3 days is what's contributing to people not, because I bet you because we're not on as often, so now the algorithm isn't putting us on as much. So now maybe we should actually
It's
go
not
in the
even-
opposite direction and go back to every day, because every day we had more
How are we
people.
going to do that?
I don't know. Just saying that's every day we had more people.
Spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah, they'll do it.
So I'm saying get the data. If you get the data, I will
Yeah.
manipulate the hell out of it. I will
Yeah, no.
filter it and sort it and report everything
Okay.
you can think of.
So yesterday I had to take my father. Who's going to do the show? Nobody. So no, we don't have a show on Monday. So we can't do it. We can't do it
I
that
don't
way.
remember. Did you get a text about doing a show yesterday? No.
It was,
I said no
it was
show.
It was very early in the morning yesterday. It was like
Yeah.
4:30 yesterday morning. He did send out a text.
But who's going to do it?
That there was no
Well,
show.
yesterday I could have done it. I didn't have work. It was a holiday,
Okay.
but I didn't get a text.
Tomorrow, who's going to do
I
it?
have to work.
Yeah. See.
But yesterday I didn't work. I could have done it yesterday.
Friday, who's gonna do
Yesterday
it?
morning, like 4:30.
What's that?
Friday, who's going to do it? Rich is not available really anymore.
Rich is he usually has classes on Fridays.
So there you go. So it's not it's not something that logistically can happen.
We got 5 more people.
What? We'll get the people that listen. Then we'll have nobody fucking. Ooh.
Oh,
Nobody listening.
Put it out there. Just put it out there.
You know what's the internet? I don't give a shit anymore.
Oh,
I really
and
don't care,
And it's
you know?
your show.
Yeah. And you know what?
Do you ever have any of your sponsors being like, "Oh, you
No,
dropped the F-bomb.
no.
I got to pull my stuff. I can't."
No.
Panties
This
twisted.
is on the internet. You ever listen to Sirius XM?
Oh God, yeah.
You know, what some of the talk
Yeah.
shows,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
F this, F that,
Yeah.
F this, F that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
Yeah.
I think you can still be professional and classy and
Oh yeah.
I still
you
drop the
know,
F-bomb.
once in a blue moon.
I
yeah.
do it all the time. I'm
Yeah.
professional and classy
No,
and
you're
drop
not.
the F-bomb all the time.
It just slips out.
It does. It kind of, sometimes it just, you need that emphasis on things. That's
Just
all.
puts everything in perspective.
It
That's all
does. It does.
It's
Colorful
just-
language
what is
makes
it?
things
They call it
colorful.
Yeah.
Adjective?
Yeah, right.
So the one in Lisbon, was that anywhere near Starbucks?
No.
All right, so it
By
wasn't
by
near
the doctor's offices there on Lee
Lee
Road.
Road.
oh
like in that dark section. And it was last night when
yeah.
it's
Somebody walking home from work, possibly.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I haven't
but
heard anything since then. My first thought, honestly, was Peaches.
I was saying I ain't seen him
Oh, man.
around.
Oh, man.
I saw him yesterday,
thought
but
that- I
that
thought
was my
that's-
first thought because I know he
Yeah.
travels that road and it's dark, and I'm like,
So you gotta
oh
think, when you're on that
god.
road, I mean, it's pretty wide. If you're walking on that road, do you walk in the middle of the travel lane, or did the car drift over and get him?
Yeah,
You know,
who
it's hard-
knows? Who knows?
It's kind of weird.
The shadows, the shoulders aren't really wide in
But
certain
there's
sections.
grass and there's dirt. There's a couple of roadways that I don't know. It's the gravel bank or something.
Yeah,
It's
it goes
not-
down,
I mean,
yeah.
There's places to walk. You
Yeah.
don't have to walk on the road.
No, very true, very true. And if you're wearing
Or
dark
in the-
clothing,
or in the
or-
travel lane. for
Keep
that
going
matter.
away from the microphone.
Or in the travel lane. Here, let me fix that for you.
see, and
Do it.
How's that?
That's no, you didn't move.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't do anything.
Just messing with you.
see, and Rich will listen to it
Figures
later,
grizzled now admin.
and I sound so loud compared to everybody else. I
I'm
feel
an
like I
admin.
need to be away.
I'm an admin.
You know what? I talked to somebody over the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of being
Who?
an admin,
Who?
I talked to somebody over, and she was saying that she can't get on Griswold now. She's tried forever, but can't get on because her profile doesn't say that she lives in Griswold. But the reason her profile doesn't say that is because she's had a stalker, and she tries to keep her profile locked down, but
Some-
she can't get on because
Some people will put that in there that they're doing it to not be found or
for
whatever you want to
safety or
call it.
whatever, yeah.
And I have actually PM'd those people at times and asked them,
Mm-hmm.
just listen, I don't want to know your history, but
Right.
where do you live?
Yeah.
That's all. I won't put it out there. I just want to know where you live.
Yeah.
And because it is one of the rules to live in town.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell you. I mean, most people will
Okay.
tell you it's not a problem. So, I mean, if you know her, I'll take care of it before we leave today.
I don't. Yeah, it was somebody at the flea market.
But
That
she lives in town.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I
I'm
had
not familiar
mentioned.
with the name. Edna.
I don't know.
Oh.
Honestly, I'd have to. Nick would know.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the vendors there.
Okay.
But yeah, it was. I don't know. But she was like, I never know anything. I can't get on any of these damn pages because I have my thing locked down. I'm like, oh god, I hadn't even thought of that. So
Yeah.
but that was
No, and I just let the other guys know, hey, listen, this is why
Yep.
there's nothing on her profile or his profile. It's simple.
Mhm. So what happens when people move away? Do you guys really go through everybody's
If
profiles
you
and
look
get rid
at
of
it, it says lived or have lived. So if you used to live here, you're still in.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
You didn't get that thing yet?
Where's Mr. Miyagi when you need him?
Oh, I know.
Get your chopsticks
You
out.
would get it with chopsticks. That's right.
He was good.
Oh, here it is over here now. Mike brought his pet to work today.
I hate those things. They're very annoying. I don't
It's
know why I
our-
get so worked up about a fly, but
because
'Cause
they're
they're dirty.
annoying.
They're dirty.
They're
dirty.
and then, but I guess it could be like maybe our like studio pet.
Yeah.
great.
You can take it home. How's that? You can feed it.
Take it home with you.
It's all yours.
So when Mondays are holidays, does it mess you up for the entire week?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking
No.
today's Monday.
Well, you're retired.
You're
You don't care,
retired.
dude.
Every day to you, like just
6
Just
Saturdays
now.
and a Sunday.
yeah,
Yeah.
like just now somebody's like, "Oh, we're gonna see you tonight at work," and I'm like, "Tonight? It's Monday. Why would I be up going to the office?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, today's Tuesday.
Today's
I'm leaving.
Tuesday.
I'm going to the office tonight." I'm like, "Oops." So yeah, I'm totally messed up.
It's okay.
But
It's all right.
yeah, it does mess me up for the rest of the week. Although it's nice because once Friday comes, then I'm like, oh cool, it's already Friday.
Short week.
But
I think Monday when I was working, I think the Monday holidays were worse than the Fridays for some reason. Because when it's Sunday, you got to get up Monday morning, go to work, start your week off. When it's not Monday, like you say, you get confused with Tuesday being Monday. And yeah, Friday was all right. You had Friday off. You had a long weekend.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was for sports. I've been trying to. I went on Fiverr, right? Which I don't know why I did that.
What's Fiverr?
Same place Nick went and got his logo.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
Oh, isn't that where
Because-
you can get grant writers too?
Yeah, you can get grant writers there too. But so I hired a guy to do a video open for like our shows.
for this kind of show?
No,
For
for
what?
sports.
Oh, for the sports thing. Okay.
Yeah. I did one just the other day. Mine's better than his. His sucks. He did the same thing I did.
Wow.
And I paid him $30 to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abu from Sri Lanka.
So here's
That's what his name was.
here's
Oh,
a suggestion.
Obu it is.
Ubu.
Go.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Oh, yeah, remember those commercials?
Yeah.
Check out your local tech schools. A lot of them will do things like that for projects, like the graphic designing and the whatever.
They,
but
they
you
do
can.
that right up here, don't they? They do that the stuff on the electronic board out there. I mean, whoever's designing all that, yes, no.
No, that's
I thought kids were doing that too.
no.
I would check with the tech schools. You may be able to find someone that can put something together for you, and either it could be a project for them, or maybe just the cost will be really minimal. But
Yeah.
I would check with them. I don't know which tech schools have which programs, but I'd reach
Yeah.
out to them. I mean, we have people in town that work at the tech schools around. So
Look, he didn't add any text. Nothing. All he did is he put a blur in it,
yeah,
and that was it.
what are you looking for? Yeah, that just looks like a reel,
Yeah.
essentially.
It's just, no.
But what are you looking for?
It's like a sports open. That looks like something like I want to go to a computer clinic. See it? You see that like the little overlay he's got on there? It looks
Yeah.
stupid. It's not relevant to any of it. I'm like, dude, that's awful.
Yeah, so I would I don't know,
That's
you might need to
terrible.
actually like sit down with somebody and
You
talk
put no
about
text on it, nothing.
Did you give him text to put on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what did he do with that?
Oh,
Nothing?
now you get 2 revisions. You can revise it twice. I'm like, you know what? You can't revise that. That's shit.
No. No, you'd have to start over.
Well, at least now I know I don't have to go do that. I can do it myself.
And you know better. You should have known better after what Nick just got.
Oh,
So-
I know. Karma, man. That's karma smacking me right between the eyeballs. We fixed his logo.
That's what yeah, you said that, yeah.
Now I'm just waiting for the transfers. So
So what else is going on? Anything? How's
nothing.
everyone's weekend?
That's it. We're out. Have a good day.
Everyone's weekend?
Good.
Do anything?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I got my mom's, not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
They're dead.
They sat in my garage all week. I finally pulled them out Sunday, maybe. And I didn't plant them yet, but they're sitting around the pots. So I'm getting closer to having them in. I mean, by the time fall's over, I should have them in there. But they're out near the pots, at least near the pots that have the dead summer flowers
yeah.
and stuff.
Summer flowers, summer not.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Summer weeds now.
But they're
Summer
out
weeds.
there, so I'm like, well, they're getting closer, and I did water them, so they're not as like droopy and wilty now. But it's I just, you ever have time where you're like, I need a personal assistant. Like I need a personal assistant to like take care of like just little things here and there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just I don't know. I just need like a part-time
Just go wake up
hey,
Rich.
go do this.
Go wake up
yeah,
Rich.
right.
That's all.
I felt bad for him this morning. He got home at 7:30 and he was snoring by like 7:40. And then their pager went off
Oh,
at I don't know,
7:42,
8:20.
yeah.
It was like 8:20 or so. Like he had been in bed maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes. And he's like, "Oh no, I got to go to this one."
It was a wrong way driver a couple nights ago on I-695.
Oh, that's right up here. I saw that. I saw that.
Do you know where I-695 is?
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're going north on 395,
Mhm.
right? And you go past the 2 gas stations, like it past Moose Up.
Yep.
And then there's that split.
Okay, yeah.
You know, you bear
95 goes this way. It's 6, isn't it?
39. It's I-695.
Really?
Yeah.
And it turns into 6.
Oh.
There's no
Weird.
signs.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You would never know it was like an actual like
Yeah.
route number or anything.
Really?
It's,
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
it's weird.
Somebody going the wrong way.
Yep.
I don't even know how you do
How could
that.
you? Right. Well, off the Route 6 side, I guess, but
Not even.
Not
no,
even.
because the traffic on that side is all going one way. Anyway.
Right,
Right.
right.
You got
I-
a center divider in that route. Well, it's not a divider.
I don't know how they even, unless they just got on, because there are a couple of exits off of that 695. So I'm
Yep.
wondering if they got on
Oh,
one
maybe.
of those exits going the
Jesus.
wrong way. But I have to say, the like, was it Troop? What was that? Troop D up there? Troop
No.
D and
D is in Danielson.
yeah, so they cover this area, I think.
E up that area.
Up that
Yeah,
area. So
right.
Troop D and like Plainfield, they get the best mug shots.
Oh, they do.
Oh my God. Their mug shots. I swear to God, they like take a bunch of them and just pick the absolute worst one
Yep,
they can
yep.
find and post it. I freaking love it.
Society today.
Oh my God, it's hysterical. And they're smart about it too, because they know getting those crazy ass mugshots on there, people are gonna comment.
Yep.
They're gonna I mean, they're pretty clever
Waterford
about
does
it.
a pretty good job with
They
that too. You
they
see
do
them on
too,
Facebook
yeah.
when they post stuff. Hey, if you'd like to bring your stuff back
Yeah.
before we go, we'll
They're
take your picture
funny.
down. Yeah,
They are funny. Whoever the
whoever's
guy
doing it.
Yeah, and Rich knows because I've asked him. I'm like, oh my God, who does the Waterford
Yeah.
police page? Because they do a great job.
Yeah, it's
They're
funny.
hysterical. But there's another one, Bath
In Body Works.
Township. No, Bath Township. They're in Michigan or something. Their Facebook page is hysterical. It's a police department, and they like rival like East Lansing or something.
Okay.
But oh my gosh, if you're looking for like a funny police, like, and they're a legit police page,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but hysterical. Like they talk about how like when they arrest people for drunk driving, they'll just like blast Taylor Swift music just to make it even more unpleasant, and you
Yeah,
know on the
yeah.
drive-in. But you got to go check out. It's
But
bad.
Waterford's funny. We already know who you are, but
Right.
if you'd like to return this stuff
Yeah.
before we come visit you,
Uh-huh. Or they post the Ulta pictures of everyone, you know, that's stealing stuff
Oh.
going out, and they're like, "Yes, we
Ulta,
checked the license plate."
Target's another
Yeah.
one. Yep.
They're like, "Yes, we checked the license plate. Yes, we ran all this. Yes, we did. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes." You know, like they're like,
so if you'd like that
Right.
chance to come clean,
uh-huh. Yeah, they're pretty good.
They don't have the People of Walmart page anymore.
They
They
don't.
took it down, but they have a hashtag. And there's a, you know what? You know what?
Mike's going to make a new page.
No, I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Let's share this.
Why'd they take it down? That was a great page.
Here we go. Guys just picked up a cart. Instead of taking one from the end, he picks one up in the middle and pulls it over.
And being taped doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because that was the cart for him. That was the cart for
That's the
him.
one that spoke to him, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Let's see what else can we find here.
that's funny.
How about the
whoops.
parking ones
Oh my God, yes.
in West Virginia, where my daughter lives? It's like the Lewisburg Losers or something like that. When they go and they pull in a parking space half sideways or
Yeah.
half over in another spot.
There's one up here.
Those are some funny pages.
There's one up here like that.
Is there?
Yeah, and some people will post like things locally around here,
Mhm.
and it cracks me up. I'll have to see if I can find it. I'll show it to you. But yeah, it's I forget the name of it. Parking.
People that forget how to park.
or they just don't care. They
And
just
well,
like
this is the other thing.
they just like pull in, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, good enough.
Or they're
and-
as old as Paul Lash when they pull in the parking lot. Can't see the lines.
Here's something. Here's a clearance sale, and this is not for this is not safe for work.
Oh,
Well, it is and it isn't. But here's a clearance sale from Walmart, and it's the well, I'll just let you read it, and
uh-oh.
it's only 40 cents.
Only 40 cents.
Do you see it?
Here we go.
I can't read what it is.
If you can't read it, then you don't need to know.
No, it's like it's too small. I
Never
can't.
mind.
I can't read it.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna try.
I
to
already
make it
took it
bigger.
down.
Oh, come on.
Well, no, you couldn't read it.
Oh my God, I see it now.
Yeah,
I'm glad you can.
That's interesting.
yeah. At Walmart. Those are things that you can get at Walmart and then resell them on Amazon.
So
What was it?
it was.
My God, you guys can't read?
No, I can't.
Look how little it is.
It's small.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It comes up really little. Hold on. There was one that I screenshotted yesterday that I was like, "What is the? How about
Oh, that one. Yeah, I've seen that.
this one?
Bologna.
Pickled rope bologna.
Oh.
My friend in
Oh.
New Jersey posts a lot of them things. Candy bars. I mean, all
Oh,
kinds
yeah.
of stuff that have these weird ass flavors.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I was like, yeah,
Oh,
pickled
my.
rope bologna, whatever that is. I thought there was another one I saw. Oh, I might have put it. Hold on, I might have already put it in my radio page. My radio
Mac and
folder.
cheese Cheerios.
Ew.
That's delicious.
He posts these.
Well, you
things-
want to show the camera. I mean,
That's nasty. Ugh.
And he's got Dairy Queen breakfast blizzard, meat lovers omelet
Ugh.
as a breakfast blizzard.
A
There's so many of
breakfast
these things out
blizzard.
there. Oh my god!
How
So-
about your local Etsy having lunchable earrings?
Here's one right here where somebody got mad because they parked in a handicap spot.
Yeah.
So they kind of, it's a little video here. Yeah, they weren't fond of it. It'll start again if you haven't seen it. They boxed him in with carts, and then he just
Nice. With the shopping carts?
Yeah, take a
Good.
look. And then he just, or she did, or whatever, just looks like Massachusetts. And then they just drove away, and the
That's
carts went everywhere.
great. Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm not seeing it up here. Mine
Yeah,
might be
you
on
can see
delay.
it's very small.
Oh my God. And they just like busted through all the carts?
yeah. It's like we out,
Oh my God.
we out.
Have you ever seen the ones where like somebody's parked like a jerk,
Yeah, he's
but they have
backing out.
chalk?
Oh yeah,
and
he's
they'll,
hitting all the carts on the
create
way out.
new-
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
they'll-
pushing carts everywhere.
What a jerk. And they'll like create the new
new lines?
Yeah, and put like a-hole parking or whatever.
well, that's all I got today.
That's it? That's all you got?
I got nothing today. I really honestly don't.
So what about more Lisbon news?
What do you
Another
got?
truck has hit the bridge.
Oh, you
my
saw that?
God,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, come on. How many times is that actually going to happen before somebody realizes that that's not a good idea?
I don't know. There are signs,
I know.
but
I know.
I mean, personally, I'm not a truck driver, so I wouldn't be looking for those signs. But I have to say, like, I didn't know there were signs until people started saying, "Oh yeah, there's signs," and then I started actually like specifically looking for them when I would drive,
Yeah.
just because I wanted to see what they were. I could see people easily not noticing them, but if you're a truck driver, I mean, you should be looking for
You should be
signs
cognizant
like
of
that,
that.
right?
Well,
I
they
would
also
think.
say that the truckers with their GPSs, if they have the right software or whatever in them, they get different stuff than you and I get with a GPS
Yeah.
with a car. They find out about low bridges.
Mhm.
All that stuff's in their GPS.
Should be.
And that's the first complaint is, well, my GPS didn't tell me that was a low bridge ahead.
Mhm.
So at that point, they're already there.
Right.
I mean, why would you go through it? I don't know. But listen, there's no place to turn around and
No.
either. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what to
Well,
say
you
to that.
can't turn around. You're stuck.
You're stuck.
Mhm.
And what do you
At that
do,
point.
right? Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, you'd have to. I mean,
So if
if
the GPS didn't warn you and you get there and stop, you go, now what do I do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think there have been instances where I've seen some of the trucks like having to back up, obviously with police and everything, back up to a part where they could kind
Guess
of
you
turn it
all
around
the way back
somehow.
to like
But
Ross Hill Road or something for crying out loud.
well, I'm
from
wondering
that
if
one.
some of the driveways maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do
But
you think within the trucking community, word would be out there now? There's a low bridge. Don't go there.
but
Avoid it.
I wonder what the turnover on drivers are.
Look at you
And
got look
whether
at you got the
the-
trucks right here in town. What they're doing,
Yeah.
roads they're not supposed to be on, right?
And I don't know,
And the company doesn't care.
I saw, yeah, I mean, obviously the company.
You mean like Western Express just blaring through town here?
What Brown Ave and what's the other one up there?
there's,
The one that they complain. It's two roads. It's a
yeah, there's like Palmer, Talcott, Brown.
Faust and Lennox.
There's a bunch of them
no,
up
it's
there
further up, almost into Plainfield.
Tift.
where the gas station is.
Passat, I believe. It was
I
just
don't
brought.
know.
It was just brought up at a selectmen's meeting last month.
It happens all the time. We've asked for signs to be put on the road,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
know, so it says like no through trucks or no left turn or whatever.
What did you
And-
get told?
Well, it's a state road, and the state's saying nope, sorry, it doesn't make enough sense to put these signs up.
That's what I got told, and I said, well, if you keep it back away from the curb, I won't say into private property, but keep it out of the state's property. I mean, listen, you could put it in somebody's front yard. I'm sure they wouldn't care because if the truck got in that far, then they could back out and go. But
Yeah.
they're not going to pay attention to it.
No, yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I think.
Well, they haven't figured it out yet.
Well, and I wonder too, like a lot of other things are the expectations for people getting their CDLs, like other things. Have the standards been lowered?
Woodcrest.
So that,
They come in Woodcrest and go
Oh,
around.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
but I wonder if maybe the standards for getting your CDL have been lowered, just like standards for a lot of other things that have been lowered.
Because they can't get help, right?
Right. So, maybe that plays a part in all this. Maybe there are people out there getting those CDLs that really, say 10 years ago, they never would have been eligible or able to.
So I know a couple of people that have their CDLs and, for their jobs and all that stuff. And they're not over the road truckers, but a CDLA is a CDLA. It doesn't matter. And you go,
I don't know what a CDLA.
there's a B and an A. A B is for like straight trucks up to a certain weight. And after that, you get into tractor trailers, you have to have an A.
Okay.
So, we go down to my daughter's in West Virginia and, you stop at truck stops, get gas, use the bathroom, get something to eat, whatever. And I am amazed at some of the people that hop out of these tractor trailers. These guys, they should be having heart attacks for crying out loud. This big fat sandwich and they get out smoking cigarettes. And it's like, how did you get a CDLA license? You're like ready to drop dead at any moment. And these guys are driving trucks. And it's like, I don't get it. This guy goes through hell to keep his medical card up to date and all that stuff. And these guys are just out there driving.
Yeah. And I wonder how many of the younger generation are looking to become truck drivers.
Look what Melissa just wrote
It's very expensive.
and what she thought of about the Route 12 accident.
Who's that? Same person we were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know that was his name.
That's Peaches. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
It didn't. So when I was listening to the scanner.
No, we're not saying it was him.
No,
We're just-
no. When I was listening to the scanner, it didn't mention anything. It just said pedestrian. It didn't mention anything about a bicycle or anything like that.
But
on
he
the
doesn't always
scanner.
ride a bike. Sometimes he's walking.
He
with
does,
He
but
walks,
yesterday
yeah.
last night we had a borough meeting, and last night after the borough meeting he was on a bike, and that was a little bit after 7.
And he was working down there, I think, too.
I don't know.
He had a job.
I don't know.
I don't think it was at Chili's, but I think it was I think it was a restaurant. It might have been Chili's.
It was Chili's.
Yeah, he
was
was
working
working. Yeah, he
Chili's.
actually had a job.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. Like I said, I was listening to the scanner, and the scanner didn't say anything. Any kind of identifying information about the
right.
person. So I don't know. And I haven't heard anything since. When you get calls like that, you don't normally get the outcome of it. You're just, a lot of the first responders, they're there for the initial
Right.
response, and then they go to the hospital, and you never hear anything more about
Right.
it unless it's in the news. So I don't
And
know.
they
They don't
very-
get updates.
They don't do a lot of. They don't do a lot of updating, to be honest with you.
No, they
No.
don't. No,
Well, at that point, it's
unfortunately.
kind of private, I guess, right?
But yeah, but I guess the road was closed till like early this morning, from what I understand. I saw people posting on there like at 5:00 this morning saying it was still closed and then just opened, and so it sounds like they also. I believe there was a pole snapped. So I did hear that on the scanner as well, where they gave the pole number and said it was snapped.
That would
So
explain why it took so long.
yeah, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't so much reconstruction, but maybe just fixing a pole.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
So hold on a minute, just for the. Let's see if this will apply.
But there's just so many
Hold on.
local people that walk. It's, it could have just been somebody simply walking home from work or
Yeah,
something.
you don't
and
see
it's
too
just,
many, but the one that was mentioned, you do see him down there. Yeah.
I see people walking every
sad.
so often. They're usually younger people, like going back and forth, like working McDonald's or, they have a Walmart
Dunkin'
shirt
Donuts
on,
people that
or,
walk back and
yeah,
forth, yeah.
Yep. So I just,
The-
you never want it to be anybody, but
Channel 3 is saying that a teen did pass away.
that what?
A teen did pass away in the
Mystic one.
the Mystic crash. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. They did. All right. It is. He has been identified. Police identified the victim as 14-year-old Carson Wilson of Groton.
Oh,
And
I saw the
that GoFundMe.
on there this morning. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it did mention in the
Yep.
GoFundMe that one of them had passed away and one was still
One was in pretty
bad-
rough shape
yeah.
too. Yep.
He was 14.
4. He was only 14
Yep.
years old.
Yep.
God.
I read that one this morning.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, I read the GoFundMe for him.
Yeah. Ugh. God, that just puts a pit in your stomach.
14.
Unbelievable.
I'll just read what Channel 3 put. One teen was killed, and 3 others are seriously injured in a crash in Mystic. Yesterday, police identified the victim as 14-year-old Carson Wilson of Groton. The other teens who were hurt were identified as 17-year-olds. Police said an SUV driver traveled northbound on Fishtown Road just south of the Mystic River Magnet School when the person struck a tree. It happened around 1:30 a.m. on Monday.
Yep.
So Sunday night, Monday morning.
And the rest of them were 17.
Police said it was an alert to Groton 911, an iPhone alert from someone's phone inside the car that first alerted them to the crash. Then they got 2 other 911 calls. All 4 victims were said to be under 21.
So sad. Oh my God.
This is true.
It
But
just-
when I was that age, I wasn't allowed out that late at night.
Well,
Why were they out?
well, maybe they weren't allowed out and they were out
So-
anyway.
And the old
I don't know.
the old thing comes back. Nothing good happens after midnight
Yeah,
either, right?
I know. My daughter
I
had
hate to say it, but
No, I know. My daughter had homecoming the other night. I was tracking her butt the whole
Sure.
time she was gone. So
Sure.
I'm like, it just scares me. And Nick,
Yeah.
horrible
Nick's
to lose a
always
14-year-old kid. Don't get me wrong,
right.
but
Yeah,
why was he out?
out with his big brother.
I guess
hanging out.
I guess I don't
doing
scan
teen
Facebook
things.
that much, but I have not seen a.
The GoFundMe was
GoFundMe.
for 50,000, and it was like $600 shy.
Well, yeah. When I saw it yesterday, I think it was at like 35.
I didn't
yeah,
see it.
it's-
It was up there. It was really close.
Um,
Had a picture of the mother, father,
and three or four
boys
kids.
and 2 girls. or
Yeah,
something
a
like
lot of
that. Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
Yep.
they got a bunch of kids, but
Yeah, it makes me. Anytime I hear there's an accident, I'm on my phone checking to see where my kids are.
from what I read in the GoFundMe, it almost seemed like it was the family that was out, but because I didn't see the accident report that got posted.
Mm. So the rest of them are all 17 also? Is that what it said?
It just said under the age of.
Oh,
21.
I thought you said the other ones were 17.
Well,
Okay, gotcha.
it's believed to be.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's teenagers doing teenager thing. I mean, we all did that kind of stuff. I hate to say it, but we were out probably when we shouldn't be and shouldn't have been.
Look at the
and
ones
it's
up in,
just-
what was it, like a year ago? The ones up in Brooklyn that smacked that tree.
yeah.
I mean, it took a year for them to come back and finally charge somebody. But
Mhm.
again, what were them kids doing out at that hour of the morning?
Being kids.
And one of
I
the
hate to
girls
say
was a Grizzle
A
girl.
Grizzle
Yeah.
girl. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, kids doing kids things, I mean,
Listen, there's worse things they could be doing, I guess. But when
I
they're
know.
dying, that's
I
a
know
problem.
I know it's just sad. I mean, of
I
course,
know,
it's
it is.
the woulda, coulda, shouldas,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I mean, my kids are now getting to the age where, like, the other night we're hanging out and they started telling me about things that I didn't know about in the last couple of years, and I'm like,
Oh, the stories.
I don't want. I'm like, let's
punish him
not.
now.
I'm like, let's not.
I
Let's
think
not.
my mother wanted to
this.
take a drink one day when we were telling her the stuff we did.
Oh God! I'm like, all right, and I had an idea on a few of the things they were telling me, but some of the things I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh. I
Rachel
don't
from
wanna know.
northern South Carolina or southern North Carolina says all accidents are tragic, but such a
Yeah.
young age is terrible.
Of course.
Yeah. I cannot imagine getting a phone call. I just cannot imagine. I just don't know what I would do.
No, I know it.
Yeah, and I hope I never learn firsthand, but I cannot imagine what a family goes through in that type of situation. So sad.
There's a comment. Let me put it up. What? Over in Grizzled News and Notes, Robin says people drive 35 to 50 on a 25 mile per hour road on North Road in Jewett City. State cops need to handle this before another person gets hit.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. I
North
mean,
Main, I think.
North Main,
She's-
yeah. And I mean, people fly. And I mean, to give some 25 miles an hour is very slow. Have you ever actually like really focused on driving 25 miles an
It's
hour?
almost like you could walk
It's
faster, right?
really slow. So I understand people going faster than 25 and probably not even realizing it. But yeah, going upwards of like 50 miles an hour, no.
Yeah, no.
I mean, doing 30, maybe 35. Yeah. But and again,
But,
if
you know,
you're in a
at
residential
prime time, though,
area,
out here,
yeah. Oh
when there's
gosh,
cars parked on both sides
I'm
of the
doing
road,
like 20.
It gets skinny.
Yeah.
It gets very skinny.
I'm doing like 20 coming through here when it's that
Did you get
busy. No, I saw it fly off.
I saw him fall.
No, I saw him fly off. Check the coffee. But
There's
yeah,
nothing
when
in
it's
there, but-
when it's crazy
Oh.
busy through here, I'll get down to 20.
Sure.
I don't care. Last night I'm crossing the street
Listen,
to
I
go
don't
to
want
the
to go home
borough.
knowing I hit somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Last night I'm crossing the street waiting for the lights to change so I could cross the street, and somebody was nice enough to stop. I was in a crosswalk and let me go. Well, the person behind them honking their horn, you know,
I
and
thought you were going to say the one coming the
and
other way
that-
didn't.
no, the one coming the other way actually was good, and they stopped as well. So, Jesus,
See? Yeah, that thing's vicious.
almost like
That fly's got a death wish.
yeah, that was like
I'm serious.
I almost felt
A
violated.
death wish.
So, but
You? You would have like, bring it home,
but so they're
fly
like,
guy.
so they're like honking the horns, and of course everybody else is filing into the
I'm so
building,
rude.
and they're like, "You're gonna start an accident." I'm like, "I'm in the damn crosswalk." Somebody was trying to be nice enough to let me cross, and somebody else like almost rear-ended them, and I'm like,
So
Jesus.
a crosswalk gives a pedestrian the right of way. But what if that crosswalk has traffic controls? Do they still get to just say, "Hey, I'm in the crosswalk," or they got to wait for the traffic control?
The traffic controls, I think.
Runs that.
Yeah.
And that's what I was. So they still had a green. I was waiting for the lights to change so I could cross, and they did still have a green, and they stopped to let me
And
go.
you still, I'll tell you, like over by
And I-
Dean's Corner.
yeah, that's where I was.
You got to be careful because even if you hit that light, right?
Mhm.
You know the
Yeah.
the walk light, and you get the walk light. People come barreling around North Main
Mhm.
Street around that corner.
It's too late
Yep.
before they.
It's too late.
Yep. hmm That happened when there was the accident in front of the post office, and they had the road shut down. And Wayne and a couple of other fire police were blocking it off right there, and they were flying around that corner and coming to the intersection, and the road was shut down.
Yeah.
And he was like, "We're gonna get hit. Like
Yeah.
they're coming around that corner, and it's almost too late." For them to see them by the time they got around the corner.
Well, I mean, to Robin's point about North Main Street, what
Mhm.
about that lady that got hit?
Mhm.
By the post office.
Her name was
Yeah.
Candy Fortuna.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
By the-
that's
Yeah.
the one up
By
by
the
On
Pizza
Jewett
North
City.
Main Street,
Yep.
right
Yep.
across from the pizza, right? Like, I
in
guess
front of the pizza place.
palace.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Mhm.
somebody was flying.
Yeah, they were.
You know,
And kept going.
Mhm.
and kept going.
They did get caught.
And then there's what about just recently down here at the post office?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there really hasn't been much that has come out about that.
I haven't
but
heard
there's,
anything about
there's
it.
a lady in her late 70s that got hit and then dragged, and it was
Hmm.
just
Yeah, that was
terrible.
awful. Yeah. But no, not much more about it. but and I'm okay with that. I
Thing,
don't
once
need
once
to
it
know all the
leaves here-
You
details.
don't need to know. You just
I'm okay.
It's just a thing. I don't know. My theory is on social media. If you hear about an accident or something like that, if you need to know, if you're in that circle, you're in that family, you're gonna find out. They're gonna let you know.
Of course. Yep.
And if you're asking and you don't know, it's because you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because you need to know.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, I think a lot of it is because people are just so used to having information readily available at their fingertips
Yeah.
and having it right now.
Yeah.
I think we're wired to, well, I'm entitled to that information. It's just like when people say, oh, I heard sirens and I see cops and I hope, why haven't we been notified if there's something going on? Because you don't need to be.
You don't need.
You don't need to be
Laying on their
notified.
couch watching TV and they hear sirens go by, and where's the
Oh,
first place?
Jesus.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
with all the sirens
Right.
in town?
Yeah.
Right?
If you needed to
Yeah.
know,
Well,
you would.
in your head.
Right.
Get up and
And-
look out the window. You know what I mean?
And it's like, well, there's police everywhere. I have a right to know what's going on in
No,
my
you don't.
neighborhood. Right, exactly. And people have this entitled,
If there's a cop
sense-
walking through your backyard and you say, "What are you doing here?" He's not going to tell you.
right,
So you don't have the right to know.
right. And I mean, the only time we did have a right to know was that accident at the end of Taylor Hill, and they were looking for the guys
Right.
or
right.
guy or whatever, and they sent out the 911, the reverse 911,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all that. That's when you have a right to know because it
Yep.
may affect you. Otherwise, just let them
If you
do
need
their
to
damn
know, they
job.
will let you know.
Right.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
You know,
you're
it's-
just being nosy.
Yeah.
And I don't
Need
think
to know, want to know.
And I don't
Mhm.
think
That's
people
the
do it
difference.
because they want to find out who. They just want to know what happened. I
It's
think.
just nosy.
yeah,
It's being nosy.
It is. Listen,
And-
just thank God it wasn't you.
Right.
Okay?
I have to
You just
leave. I
said
have a meeting in 7 minutes. I need to. I was supposed to be out of here a few minutes ago.
Oh, you know what? Just screw it. Just stay.
Oh, I wish I could, but yeah, no. I
You
have
get
to.
$40.
I have I have to
I'm going to
present.
buy my way to heaven. Ever since I started hanging out with you.
Great. Really?
Too late. Too late.
You're gonna need $80 for hanging out with Carl.
Oh, the king.
The king. How was the king?
I talked to him the other day.
Is he doing good?
He's doing good. Yeah.
that's good.
Talked to him. And I
That's
talked
good.
to the creeper too.
Well, he's just a creeper.
Yeah.
I'm Phil Flowers.
There's a creeper. We have a creeper.
Phil Flowers.
Phil Flowers.
Oh,
I'm an admin.
I've only met him, I think, once.
He's a good guy.
I didn't really talk to him, but he let us put signs in his yard. That was
No,
that
he's
was
not.
when I saw
He's
him.
shady, man.
I don't know-
I'm
I don't-
sorry. I'll tell him that.
I don't know
mean,
him personally. I just know he let us put signs in his
no,
yard.
maybe he's not shady, but he's just, to me, he's just crappy. he's just crappy to me. So I'm gonna be crappy to him.
There you go.
Sounds like a personal thing.
Yeah. Phil Flowers.
All right, I gotta go.
So,
All right, we're gonna go too. So
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
All
have a
right.
good day, everyone.
See ya.
Oh, I'm getting messenger stuff here. I wonder if that.
Uh-oh. You in
No,
trouble.
Oh, I can get no.
Canceled.
I am not gonna be why because Phil Flowers said so.
I'm just
No, he got me out of Grizzled now. Now it's my turn. All right, have a